Hello everyone, welcome back to lecture series on digital communication. Today we are going to discuss on differential pulse code modulation. In PCM, the number of bits are depending on the number of levels. If the number of levels increases, number of bits increases. The number of levels are depending on the step size delta. If I increase the number of levels, the step size reduces. If the step size reduces, the quantization error reduces, such that the system is more effective. If the errors are less, the system is more effective. But if I reduce the step size, I have to increase the number of levels. When I increase the number of levels, the number of bits are increasing. Whenever the number of bits are increasing, your system bandwidth is inversely proportional to number of bits. Whenever number of bits are increasing, the system bandwidth is increasing, which is not good. System bandwidth should be less. If I reduce the bandwidth, if I want to reduce the bandwidth, the number of bits I have to reduce. If I reduce the number of bits, my quantization error is increases. So, we are moving to the differential pulse code modulation, simply called as DPCM, where I am going to reduce the number of bits without compromising the quantization error, such that my system is more effective, right? And the system bandwidth is also very less. So, how I am going to reduce the number of bits? These are the samples 2, 4, 6, 8, right? These are the samples which I am giving as input to the quantizer. In PCM, as it is the sample 2 I am transmitting to the quantizer, as it is the sample 4 I am transmitting or I am sending to the quantizer. Even sample 6 volts, as it is I am transmitting, as it is I am sending to the quantizer. And now in DPCM, what I am going to do is, the first sample as it is I am transmitting, two volts. The second sample, what I am going to transmit is the difference between the present sample and the previous sample. The difference between the present sample and the previous sample, I am going to transmit, right? So, what is the difference? 2 volts. Now, what is the difference? 2 volts. Now, what is the difference again? 2 volts. And this I am transmitting, and this is encoded and transmitted over a channel, and at reconstruction, that means at the DPCM receiver, The first sample as it is. The next sample is added with the previous sample. That means 2 plus 2 is 4. And next sample is added with the previous sample. Now this is the next sample received and previous sample generated is 4 volts, right? And the next sample is added to the previous sample, previous generated sample. Now these two samples are same when I have reconstructed without any errors. I have reconstructed the same samples without any errors. This I am giving to the low pass filter which generates the continuous signal. Right. Now what benefit I am getting while transmitting this? See. Now this I am converting to the binary, as well as this I am converting to the binary. Now 8421, right? This is DPCM and this is PCM. Right? Now in PCM, to represent 2, it is 2 volts. To represent 4, I need only 2 bits. To represent 4, I need 3 bits. Six volts, 8 volts, 2 bits, 3 bits, 3 bits and 4 bits. The bit length is more. And whereas in DPCM, what I am transmitting, the difference between the successive samples I am transmitting, that means all the time I am transmitting only 2 volts here. That means I am transmitting only 2 bits at every sample. So this I can transmit every sample 2 bits, 2 into 4 samples, right? That means 8 bits I am transmitting, whereas here 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 2, 12 bits I am using to transmit for just 4 samples. So that's why I can reduce the number of bits by using the DPCM modulation, right? We'll see how a DPCM transmitter is going to operate. Now before the sampled input continuous analog signal, and this I have to give to the sampler, then sampler input will come into picture. X of NTS means that means the sample input occurs at TS, 2TS, 3TS, right? That is the meaning of X of NTS. Now I am using the predictor which will predict the previous sample. The present sample and the previous sample is going to add, right? Is going to subtract the present sample and the previous or next sample is going to subtract some error signal will be generated, right? The error signal is nothing but this one. This is the error signal, right? 4 minus 2 volts I am getting. So that is the error signal. So this error signal I am sending to the quantizer, right? Quantizer output is V of NTS, right? So V of NTS is nothing but V of NTS is equal to E of NTS plus error, quantization error, right? So quantization error plus E of NTS is equal to Vn of V of NTS. V of NTS is equal to error signal, that means the difference between these two samples plus the error occurred from the quantizer, right? Suppose if I give 2.1 volt, if I give 2.1 volt, if I give 2.1 volt to the quantizer, quantizer will give 2 volts, right? Now this is the output of the quantizer I am talking about. This is the input signal I am talking about, input to the quantizer. And what is the quantization error here? Quantization error is nothing but -1. Q is equal to -1, right? And this I am giving to the encoder, right? Encoder will convert into binary, and that binary signal will be transmitted over a channel, right? E of NTS is equal to input present sample X of NTS minus X cap of NTS, that is the next sample, right? So these two if I subtract, I will get the error signal, right? Let us calculate the DPCM output. So V of NTS is nothing but quantized output. Quantized output is nothing but input of the quantizer plus quantization error. Quantization error, that's what I am talking about earlier, right? Quantization error. So that I have represented here Q of NTS because it is a sample, right? That's why I have represented with the Q of NTS. So where Q of NTS is nothing but the quantization error. Now U of NTS, where I am calculating U of NTS? Predictor filter input is U of NTS. Then what is the U of NTS? One input is coming is output of the quantizer, another input is coming output of the prediction filter. That means U of NTS is equal to V of NTS plus output of the prediction filter X cap of NTS, right? This is the function I have to represent, right? X cap of NTS plus V of NTS. Then what is V of NTS? V of NTS is nothing but output of the quantizer. Output of the quantizer is nothing but E of NTS plus Q of NTS, right? And then what is the X cap of NTS, right? So X cap of NTS I can rewrite as X cap of NTS, which is equal to right? So X cap of NTS this is my E of NTS, right? So from this can I calculate the X cap of NTS, right? If I calculate the X cap of NTS, then what is X cap of NTS? X cap of NTS is equal to X of NTS minus E of NTS, right? Minus E of NTS and then this V of NTS, that means E of NTS plus Q of NTS, then minus and plus cancel, the input of the prediction filter is x of NTS plus quantization error, and this is the input to the prediction filter. Prediction filter will generate the sample, right? Previous input signal plus the quantization error, right? These two will move to the summer. Right? And then subtraction happens here. That means it will generate the future sample. Future sample will be subtracted from the present sample, and the result will be quantized. And then if I quantize the error and that I am giving to the encoder will always assign less number of bits. That means E of NTS magnitude is less. Then how I am going to recover the original signal means whatever the bit stream generated by the encoder. Suppose if this bit stream is generated for 2 volts, now if this bit, if I give to the decoder, it will generate 2 volts. That means the decoder output is the quantizer output, right? So the quantizer output is V of NTS. This V of NTS I am giving to the encoder. That encoder will generate the binary numbers. Now this is at the transmitter. At the receiver, that binary numbers I am giving to the decoder. That decoder will generate the V of NTS. That means inverse process. Now this V of NTS will be added with X cap of NTS. The same prediction filter which I have used. This V of NTS will be added with X cap of NTS. Right? This X cap of NTS is output of the predictor. The predictor what I have used at the transmitter, the same predictor which I have to use at the receiver. That means X cap of NTS which is equal to X cap of X of NTS minus E of NTS. Right? E of NTS. That means this I am adding. What is V of NTS? V of NTS is equal to, now what is V of NTS? V of NTS is equal to E of NTS plus Q of NTS. V of NTS is equal to E of NTS plus Q of NTS. And now I am adding these two, X cap of NTS plus V of NTS which is equal to X of NTS minus E of NTS plus E of NTS plus Q of NTS. Now if these two are cancelled, right? Now what is the resultant? Right? What is the resultant I am going to get? U of NTS, right? What is it? This is equal to U of NTS. V of NTS and predictor output, if I add U of NTS I am going to get, then what is the U of NTS? U of NTS is equal to X of NTS plus Q of NTS, right? That means I am getting the original sample. If this is given to the low pass filter, this is nothing but the staircase signal. If this is given to the low pass filter will generate the original message signal. Thank you.